Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Awake TV. This is Chris Alicia, the host of Intentionality, the show that is all about showing you the divine nature of the universe. The world has been created in such a precise and very, very cool manner that once you start looking for it, you'll see the patterns of the universe, the patterns of the way flowers are created and the number of petals that they have, the mirror images inside of our mathematical systems, the ancient knowledge that we had thousands of years ago about the planetary alignment and a 26,000 year pattern that was predetermined. The universe is a wickedly, wickedly cool place. And the more you learn about it, the more you understand it, the more you learn to flow with the universe. It shows you that not only is the universe divinely created, but it shows you that you are divinely created. It helps you to feel and understand, know, and live, knowing how perfect you are exactly as you are, and that you are who you were born to be. That knowledge is the basis of intentionality. Intentionality is about understanding the divine blueprint of the world and that everything is created from the biggest organism to the smallest. And it's been my pleasure. This is season 3. It has been an absolute honor to be coming to you every week. This season has been all about how to live with that divine intention, how to live with intentionality. What are practical ways that we can live and embrace intentionality? And today is a wonderfully special show for many reasons. Probably the most important is the fact that today is Memorial Day. Today is the day that we celebrate those who have given the greatest sacrifice in the world for their country. And we celebrate their families who have had to carry on and continue their lives with that loss. So to all of those who have served, all of those families who have lost someone they loved, all of those who have given something to protect, to serve a country, to serve the man next to them, to just be, to be something bigger than they ever thought they could be. To all those who have served, sacrificed, and died, happy Memorial Day. We will never forget you. Living with intentionality is important for so many reasons. But for Memorial Day, what I really wanted to do was deconstruct what it is to suffer, what it is to sacrifice parts of yourself that you didn't know you could sacrifice. So this show is all about mindfulness and spirituality. It is about what those two terms mean, the benefits of incorporating mindfulness or spiritual practices into your life to help you be stronger, have a better immune system, to release stress, to pull yourself out of depression with no drugs, no doctors. It's all in here. It's in you. Spirituality and mindfulness are innate parts of humanity. And they've been around since the beginning of time for a reason. So tonight I'm going to talk all about these two terms, what they mean. I'm going to do short meditations or short examples of each one so that you can feel the difference between spirituality and mindfulness. And then I'm going to have you ask yourself some questions at the end of it about where you stand in this universe and how you want to show up. For all of my veterans, we are one of the strongest groups of people I've ever met. We have the ability to handle the suck in a way that most people cannot even dream about. It's one of the reasons I enjoy sharing some of my training stories with my civilian friends, because they just let their mouths drop open in awe of some of the stuff that we do and experience just for training. That's before it even gets real. What they don't see behind that strength and behind that laughter is the toll that it takes on each and every one of us. Being that strong, being created to be this pillar of courage and bravery, almost forces you to ignore the parts of you that are hurting. You have to pretend to be that strength and that courageous person, even when you feel like you're drowning inside. One of the reasons I started my own spiritual path was because I hit my wall. I had pretended to be okay for so long that when everything fell out from underneath me, I didn't even know where to begin to pick up the pieces. I was so good at hiding the fact that I was drowning. So to pick myself out of that took a lot of time, and it took a lot of studies. One of my favorite parts of spirituality is that it is for seekers. Every human is seeking something. They're seeking something that will make them feel X. For me, when I realized that I had given more than I could handle, and I had pretended to be strong for so long that I could not ask for help. I couldn't ask my family for help. I definitely couldn't ask my coworkers or any of my friends. I don't know if I was embarrassed. I'm honestly not sure, but I know that I had pushed so hard that it felt impossible to ask for help. So I had to find my own help. And I turned towards studying spirituality and mindfulness because I'd heard the benefits of these different things. And I knew that the search for information was going to give me the opportunity to heal, to quiet that voice in my head that was constantly telling me that it just wasn't worth it anymore. So in honor of all of my brothers and sisters, to all who have served, to all we have lost, I want to give you this bit of information that might help you on the path that you're seeking, to find the information that you're looking for, to make your life better. So I'm going to get right into it. If you have any comments, please leave the comments in the section below. I will be able to check them throughout the show. And if I don't get to see them live, if you have comments later on, I promise to come back and check them. You can also write me at chrisalicia@intentionality.com, and I promise to answer your questions there as well. So let's talk a little bit about spirituality and mindfulness. The reason that I combined these two terms instead of doing two different shows was because they have been used almost interchangeably. People throw out spiritually mindful, mindfulness, and spiritual teachers. They throw these terms out without always knowing what they actually mean. And in fact, their meaning changes based on the person who's saying it. Mindfulness and spirituality are not interlinked. You can be mindful without being spiritual. You can be spiritual without being mindful. But we use them interchangeably so often that the fear that a lot of people have of religion, of spirituality, has filtered over into mindfulness, and it prevents people from learning what mindfulness means. People who don't believe in God fear to learn what spirituality means. They fear to try things that are outside of their comfort zone because they have misconceived notions about what those terms mean. The basis for both of them is to find something in your life that gives you control. It gives you control back over the emotions that are just running rampant through the thoughts that are running through your head. It allows you to know you. Both mindfulness and spirituality at the heart is self-knowledge. It's self-reflection. understanding who you are. But you can be mindful without being spiritual. You do not have to believe in God to be mindful. You don't even have to believe in God to be spiritual. That's why I want to deconstruct these two terms at the same time so that you can see where that there's overlap in the practice, but also where the misconceptions are wrong. So that you can decide for yourself whether these practices with the benefits that I'm laying out are something that you want to incorporate into your life without that stigma of religion and dogma and us versus them. You're the master of your own journey. And if you're in pain, you need to take a really good look at yourself and the journey that you're on and figure out what you can do to get rid of that pain, because that pain is not normal. That suffering is not where you need to be. So both mindfulness and spirituality can help you find your truth, yourself.